trying to just get a good quick video out to give you guys some information on how you can start applying the things that you're learning in this course to your real life. You can actually see how you're already using information you find in this um, that you find in this course. You can apply it to real life situations, and that's really the important part that I want you to focus on, not exactly the part of stats um, that you feel like you need to know a lot of math, um, because we're not trying to create statisticians in this course. I'm just trying to help you understand it a little better because there are lots of statistics out there that you'll see, especially in research articles that you'll encounter over the course of your time in college. So first, I've decided I want to buy a new TV. I'm going to Best Buy. I've got filters on that I want. Let's see, I want a TV I'm got $1,000 budget. I want a 65 inch, and I want to make sure that it has been um, already rated by other people. I tend to focus on that whenever I buy anything. I'm not actually buying a TV. I already have it. I already bought a TV, but this is kind of like the process that I would use to do that. So first of all, I'm looking through these, and I've already got the all the filters that I actually really want. Um, Television type, it does not really matter to me, but you could, if obviously narrow it down even more. There are only 12 items that fit into this right now. If I wanted to sort, I could do best discount. I tend to use that as a way to sort because I kind of want to look for a really good deal. So um, I probably would skip something like this, even though there's 64 ratings. But I tend to try to find the ones with the highest ratings, with the most reviews. Okay, and then those are ones that I kind of trust a little bit more. Um, so this one's not bad though. 64 isn't a bad sample size, but you always have to make sure that you understand that there can be some, I would say, bad data in this because companies can go out and just purchase people to put reviews on their site. So I'm not saying that happen here, but so if I look at these reviews, it's given me, how many of each have have been rated here. Okay, and 94% would recommend to a friend. I could actually calculate how much 94% is of the number of reviews, and that would give me, how many people actually said they'd recommend this. So, but 94% for me, that's big, a big number. But still, this many reviews, I would trust it. But if I find something better, I would go with that. But if you look at this, one of the things I do like about Best Buy, in regard to this course, this is a distribution. If you turn your computer screen, um, you can actually see it a little bit better, like how we would normally put it, but we would flip it, right? So 5 would be on this side, and 1 would be on this side, and the distribution obviously would be skewed. You can tell that it's skewed. You can tell that it's skewed towards the low end. So skewed towards the low end, that's going to be negative because the tail is over on the negative side. So for something like this, you can um, find information online that gives you kind of ways you can apply this. Now look at this one. This one has very few um, ratings at all, so a very small sample. So it's not something I would necessarily uh, I would necessarily trust. So this distribution, there aren't any of these because there's very few ratings anyway. Again, it is also um, it. I wouldn't say there's enough to really say that what this is, um, but I would give it more ratings before I was like, hey, yeah, this is a skewed or whatever. Um, and then 86% again would recommend to a friend. So you can kind of apply what you know about how things are, um, how things are with the distribution. Let me find one. I was looking for one with over 1,000 views or ratings. Here we go. So this one has a huge sample size compared to the other ones. So to me, that's really important, because it gives me a lot more information, right? So each one of these ratings is information. So what I would do, I would go here, look at this distribution. Obviously, this is also skewed. It's skewed toward the where the tail is on the low end, so it's a negative skew. Um, and it gives you the ratings of different things over here. So you get a lot more information from this because there's a lot of people who rated this at a 5. So, and 90% would even recommend this to a friend. So that's pretty good. Um, so for me, as a consumer, this is something that I would actually pay attention to, understanding sample size, understanding um, just these descriptive stats and how ratings work, right? So we also know that you can't go above a 5. So 1 to 5, that's not a very big um, range of numbers that you could potentially rate something. So if there was a 1 to 10, this might be more um, normally dis- distributed. It just depends. A lot of people probably give a 5. They're like, yeah, this is a great quality TV. Um, but if it was up to 10, they'd have more of an option like, well, I mean, it's good. It's a really good TV, but there's probably a little bit better out there. So 1 to 5 does limit it a bit, but that's a normal thing you see everywhere, right? You don't really see places like this giving the opportunity for 10-star ratings. Um, but that is one way that you can use what you're learning about distributions um, as you purchase things. Focus on, hey, look at the number of reviews. You can even go in and look at the reviews. And I do that. Would be like a qualitative thing, right? So, quantitative is how many people rated this at this number, um, and then qualitative is I need to read why that people purchase this. And I do this for big purchases. So if I wanted to see all the reviews, I could get a little bit better of an idea of the type of reviews out there, the quality of the reviews themselves. So, like here, excellent value, and this is a recent post, and you can read all the things that they find are good. Or 4 people rated this as very helpful, um, and you can find all different ratings. So if I wanted to go to the 54 people who rated it 1, then I can, right? So this is how you can actually keep yourself informed and inform yourself with qualitative and quantitative information to come to a conclusion. Far too often we're focusing in this course on pretty much quantitative stuff, right? We have to use um, numbers to put in for equations to generate statistics to give us the ability to infer something. But in real life, yes, we do that for large samples and things like that. But in real life, when you're talking about like your own personal purchasing decisions, you have um, you have to do more. You have to say, okay, yeah, I've got all these 1-star ratings, but and like there's quite a few people in these low end, right? So there's quite a few people, even though most of them are up here. So learning why, like, was there something that popped up often? Was there a pattern with these low ratings? Did people rate low because of customer service or the product itself or something like that? So there's lots of ways you can use the information you're learning. So I hope, although this video might have been long and a little bit, I was droning on a little bit too much, I hope that it was at least helpful in showing you how you can take your information and connect it to what you're doing now. So, all right, guys, I hope this helps.